That's it.
I'm imagining like the Were Tree from Game of Thrones, like that that set, like
it's
that
not too
weird
far.
little
It really isn't
set.
too far. But that's supposed to. I think that's supposed to be the bridge of the '69 event. But everything is going great for Tom
bridge.
and the Reeds right now. I mean, they got his park. The park is up. People are buying him benches left and right. He's in the history books now. Well, here's a clip of someone with a YouTube channel called Otis, which stands for Odd Things I've Seen, maybe Odd Things I've Stolen. We'll find out. I don't know. This guy gives us a first-hand account of the park, and he's actually in the famed and historic park making this video. Let's hear it.
Now, you might be thinking that this is kind of a bland spot for an Otis Odd Things I've Seen video,
Yes.
but that's only because I haven't shown you the coolest thing about this park, which is right behind me. Let's go see it.
Quote-unquote park.
So that on the back of this monument, this 6-foot-tall granite monument, is the state seal of Massachusetts. And that's relevant because on the front is a plaque bearing the signatures of Charles Baker, the governor of Massachusetts. At least in 2015, I have no clue who it is now. And Karen Polito, the lieutenant governor. But this plaque basically states that it confers a governor citation in recognition of the off-world incident. The off-world incident.
Off-world incident. You got that? This is the recognized off-world incident. So that's cool, right? He went there.
Yeah.
I mean, people.
That dude's mind is blown right now.
Yeah, he was out.
Off-world. I've never really heard off-world before, but I like it as a term, but also citation. That's not a good word.
No, it's not. For a description, you don't want to say abduction because you don't want to seem crazy. You don't want to say UFO. So I had an off-world incident. It sounds like code for something. But what's really been going on since this monument went up? Okay, because this guy went there a few years after we heard that initial report. So let's see what's really going on around this place.
Now, this memorial was and is controversial in the town. Obviously, some people don't like being associated with weird stuff like that. Others find it distasteful to, elevate something to the level of monument status, like they would, say, a World War II veteran memorial.
True.
Nevertheless, it's here. It was actually vandalized a few days after it was unveiled. Somebody spray painted all over it. But I guess that's been repaired. Pictures I've seen, it was actually had to repaint the whole thing black, which you can kind of see at the bottom there.
Yeah, sucks. That sucks. It turns out it gets vandalized quite frequently. They painted it black for a while, but it kind of made it look
that's fucking metal that it got painted black, though.
It looked too creepy, though, so they painted it bright white again. But yeah, that's what...
please. How is it creepy? This whole thing is just in the shape of it's like you said, it's not a cylinder, but it's square
It's like an
shaped, so
obelisk.
it's just a freaking thing. Yeah, it's black instead of white. Like, now that's creepy.
I don't know. It's gonna look too...
Man,
I think it looks better.
Kids can be such assholes. Like, can't they it's a UFO monument. Just leave it alone.
God.
Out of all the monuments you can go fuck up, just leave the UFO monument.
I mean, I know I would
alone.
have, but I could totally see, like, my older brother and everything. Like, if he wanted to go and vandalize something, the UFO monument would be the thing to vandalize.
Oh my god, it would be at the top of the list.
Yeah.
if there was one in my town.
It's like,
too.
I'm so sorry. It's true. It's an easy target.
It got peed on. It's like, don't touch that
a bunch.
thing. That thing's got peed on
Dogs
a lot.
love tall objects to pee on.
No, just
And people.
Rapscallions are up to all kind of stuff. But enough about the monument. What about all those awesome benches from the X-Files
What
people?
about the benches?
If this
Ringo's bench.
if these things are getting spray painted and peed on, my God, tell us about the benches, please.
Now, this was the bench I was sitting on at the beginning of the video. If you'll notice the plaque, it says it was sponsored by the International UFO Museum of Roswell, New Mexico, a site I've always wanted to go to and have not been to yet, and Thomas Reed himself, the 9-year-old boy who's in the car. There used to be a second bench here as well. This one's sponsored by a host of a paranormal show called Fact or Faked, but also Travis Walton, the famous alien abductee whose story would go on to be told in movie form as Fire in the Sky with Robert Patrick and W.B. Sweeney. I'm pretty sure the bench was right here, especially since there's a chain on the ground, and it's the same kind of chain that I guess is keeping people from stealing this bench too, because I guess people steal benches in UFO parks.
It's DB Sweeney, by the way, and yeah, someone stole
Yeah, I was gonna say.
WB
The
Sweeney.
poor man's Paul Rudd.
Someone stole the Travis Walton bench. Can you believe that? That's
How?
easy with bolt
So
cutters.
fucked up.
We can go if that other one's still there. We can go steal it now. That's
Yeah, I forgot how easy it is to steal benches. I do that every weekend. Just a couple of bolt cutters, and I'll steal myself a bench.
That's what
my
Don't
favorite
steal that
one.
bench.
that's what
Yeah.
WB Sweeney was doing while this was happening. Oh, the humanity. It sucks. So
WB Sweeney.
that on the scene report.
You know, a certain percentage of people think that you're wacko.
Yes, of course. Sorry, Travis, but your bench is out of here. So on that scene, that on the scene report was from just last year. So this story has spanned decades and now culminates in this first ever historical monument to the Reed UFO multi-generational abduction story. But now we're going to flash forward again, okay? We were in 2015, we'll flash forward again. Now we are at June 6th, 2019. That's just a month. That's just a month ago. All right.
That's too recent.
Holy
I'm
shit.
gonna throw up.
And
you can't make that big of a jump.
Now let's check on the status of this historic site. And now this is an article from the Berkshire Edge, and the headline reads: Sheffield Town crew hauls away UFO monument. Off-world witnesses vows to file charges. And here we go.
No.
The years-long drama over a controversial monument and park sited near the covered bridge reaching a tipping point Tuesday morning as town crews arrived with heavy equipment and carted portions of it away. A crew from the town highway department arrived at around 8:30 a.m. with a front-end loader backhoe combination and hauled away the monument, a bench, and a row of crushed stone. The monument and park were built to commemorate the Thomas Reed, who grew up on the Boardman Street, calls an off-world incident. In an August 26, 2015 ceremony, Reed and a group of supporters gathered at the covered bridge off Route 7 to commemorate an event that occurred September 1st, 1969, when Reed and others say they saw a UFO near the site. Yeah, we know. Reed was only 9 then. Him and his family found himself being taken aboard a tarnished-looking vessel when an image of a willow tree was displayed. According to Reed's website, a monument to the sighting was placed near the Sheffield covered bridge during the ceremony almost 4 years ago. But trouble soon erupted. Many people in town were upset by the monument's presence. Okay, I'm going to stop you. Why do you think so many people were upset just by this thing? Just this story and putting a monument up?
People don't like being associated with certain things that they deem being silly. And I mean, I can kind of see that. Imagine if you were in a city that was famous for, I don't know, Jerry Springer. Like, you don't really want to
Right.
be associated like, oh, here's Jerry Springer Town. And unfortunately, I'm not saying it's right, but unfortunately, a lot of these cases are associated with, like, cuckoos and lunatics and nuts. So that's probably why.
Yeah, people don't want to be in like, oh hey, you live in the you're in the northeastern Roswell. You guys
Some
are
places they embrace it though. Like there's
Yes.
this one place in upstate New York called like Pine.
See,
I
you
forget
can't
what
even know what the name is because they're not well known.
Pine Bush. Pine Bush is what it was called. I remember because I drove through it, and like they are like the UFO they have like a UFO festival every
Yeah,
year
it's-
because there was sightings
that's
there.
next-
Some places really like
Which is
embrace
cool,
it, you know?
but it's not a household name because
It's getting
the
bulldozed
mainstream
next
doesn't
week.
like it.
It's over. We're bulldozing that too. They are. It's over. So
Sorry, Rob.
the town's attorney later determined that the monument had been placed on town property and the order came down for it to be moved. Reed insisted, though, that town officials had told him the original location was fine, but the monument was later moved about 50 feet to the east. That's petty. Onto the property
no.
of his friend Luis Araji, who owns Pine Island Farm. Now, more than a year ago, a town land survey reportedly found that the slab and its accoutrements were still on a town right-of-way, and Reed must relocate them or the town would do it for him. They're trying to claim that this thing is in some kind of road. It looks like it's in someone's backyard. They would be really petty trying to get rid of this thing.
Yeah, it's a foot-worn trail. It is clearly not a paved road. There's no asphalt, no concrete. This is a satanic back road. There's nothing on it. And the accoutrements that they speak of are, they were added by that person.
Famous benches.
That people
Travis
are enjoying.
Walton. People love the Travis Walton bench. It's gone. People want to sit on the X-Files bench. I'll never be able to sit on that.
They got rid of the benches, too? I thought they got rid of only the monument.
No, it's all gone. I'll continue. Quote, the monument was removed at considerable expense to the town, Mistoff said.
Oh, no.
Though we cannot say precisely how much it cost in legal and surveying fees, unfortunately, the party responsible was not responsive. Reed told The Edge via text message Tuesday that his nonprofit UFO Monument Park Incorporated has retained a lawyer and plans to contest the town's action. Today, the gloves come off, he said. Reed further insisted that the town's right-of-way does not constitute ownership of any kind. And this is going on and on. They're done. He said that there is a group in town waging a vendetta against his friend and that Reed has been harassed for a number of years. And they're threatening letters to him from town officials. But Reed was traveling when wrote this and he wasn't able to respond. So
yeah, it's a bunch of bullshit. It's like you said, it is petty. It just feels like this town just having this, not even the town. I feel like it's whoever's in charge being like, oh, no, this was okay, but now that you moved it 50 feet, I didn't approve that, so I'm going to have this removed at large expense to myself, so I could probably try to sue you for damages or whatever. It's bullshit. It's
a mess.
So sad.
And that's it. It's just, they have, even the police, they try to reach out to police and they're like, we have no interest in investigating. It's just a total shit show.
Yeah, but they're in the mayor's back pocket. Who cares?
But that's where things stand today for the Reed Monument. And to add insult to injury, a new UFO monument has been erected for... All right.
What?
All right, you guys aren't going to believe this. The Pascagoula wrinkly-faced aliens.
What? Yes.
From the classic World's Dumbest Alien episode. Yes.
Oh, no.
One of the dumbest alien stories ever has a monument that is completely unmolested. And this happened just a couple weeks ago. And here's the story from June 25th. It says, the legendary Pascagoula UFO incident was recognized this past weekend with the unveiling of a historical marker commemorating the event.
Oh,
I'm not lying.
God.
The infamous 1973 event saw two men, Charles Hickson and Calvin Parker, allegedly abducted by aliens with wrinkly faces while they're fishing along the Pascagoula River in Mississippi. There's articles up about it now, but this just, as soon as this thing got shut down, Pascagoula, in one of the dumbest alien stories ever, has just moved in, and now they are the alien spot.
Wow, just like the Twilight Zone.
They had carrots for noses, right? Those guys.
Yeah, they were some of the most ridiculous aliens you've ever seen. And you know what? I looked up. I'm only about 3.5 hours away from Pascagoula. I could actually
Are you really?
I could make a day trip to there if I wanted to. I'll have to see. That might be coming.
That's a day trip to you? Oh my God, that's not a day trip to me. Like 2 hours, maybe an hour.
I'll stay. I'll get up early. I'll go. I'll stay. I'll go to Pascagoula. Well, what do you guys think about that? That's insane, right?
Yeah, that doesn't sound like it'd be worth driving out there at all. It sounds dumb, and like they're just grabbing for straws here.
I disagree. I really like the Pascagoula aliens. I want to go there. I want to see the monument.
It's crazy.
How far away are you from it, Rob?
It's more than 3.5 hours.
Rob,
I know
we'll
that,
meet
but
there.
I want to go.
Come. We can drive there together.
Let's test your dedication.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and I just want to read the last part about this in the Pascagoula aliens. It says, the marker placed in Pascagoula is actually the second designation in America devoted to an alleged alien abduction incident. As a similar site can be found in, where do you think? All right, they're talking about our boy, right? They're talking about the Reed?
Yeah.
No, it's in New Hampshire, commemorating the iconic Betty and Barney Hill case. It's been erased, not only erased from the physical location, articles aren't even talking about it. It's only a month later. It's over. This park is gone, just as it came. It's gone.
What the hell? Well,
I think the aliens came back and abducted the whole park, and then they just kept it.
Oh, like it was maybe the Men in Black just trying to cover shit up. Like, hey, man, this park got way too real. No,
Yeah, the conspiracy theorist inside me wants to say that the Men in Black came and cleaned it up. Exactly.
I kind of